A question that often comes back is how can you get the Kryptonian Flex suit? Let's take a look. Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. To get the pants, you have to complete an investigation called Shards of Memory. It is 6 investigations: Weapons of Krypton, the Phantom Zone, the Sunstones, Recipe for Roast Drang, Singing Flowers, and Solar System of Rao. And you can see what the pants look like right now. Sadly, the bad news is I won't be able to show you the chest piece because, believe it or not, after all this time, I still don't have it. So how can you get the chest piece? You can get the chest piece from either the Fortress of Solitude, the Chasm, or the Fortress of Solitude Power Core. There are little treasure chests in those missions that, if you're lucky, will give you the chest piece. Sadly, despite all the times that I played those missions, I never got the chest piece so far. There's even one summer where every week I would farm those missions every week, and still I ended up not getting the chest piece just yet. So today we will try one more time, and hopefully we'll get lucky. And I'm sure that some people are wondering how can you play Power Core solo, because at some point the map does split in two and you have to split into 2 teams. I'll show you the top secret on how to do that. Pretty sure I made a video about the chasm before, but obviously I did not get the chess piece just yet. So hopefully today will be the day of days. Let's get started. So you can use the portal to enter solo, or you could form your own group and then use the portal to enter. I guess you could try to cure for the mission. The problem is that when you break the treasure chest, everyone is going to be able to roll for the chest piece or for whatever reward is in there. So if you're not lucky on your roll, and you do get the chest piece, someone else could get the chest piece instead. I've been able to solo this mission for years now, so there's no reason to get a group. Let's see if we need to repair first. I guess we're good to go. So let's go see our friend Superman. I wish they would give us that Superman cape at some point.
Good, you're here. See that firefight in the distance? That's Brainiac attacking to gain secrets of the fortress. If he wins, he'll gain access to metahuman materials so powerful that Krypton refused to use them. Weapons so powerful that Earth won't stand a chance. The Society and the League are fighting Brainiac from above. You are going to strike from below. Follow me.
So let's follow him.
This way leads underneath the fortress.
So I'm not sure at which level you could start to solo this mission. I made videos in the past where I would solo the mission, but then they made a whole bunch of changes to the powers. So you may need a higher CR to be able to solo this mission than what I did in the past. But it's still doable to solo the mission. Sooner or later, you should be able to do it. As time goes by and as your character goes up in combat rating, eventually you should be able to go back and solo a lot of missions that you couldn't before. Although in some cases it will still be a bit challenging. Sometimes there's missions where a character gets juggled, let's say a lot. Nah, we're not lucky. Sometimes we would get the treasure chest here. If it's not here, hopefully it'll be elsewhere. So let us continue. Sadly, there's a bit of random, as the treasure chest is not always in the same place. So you may have to look for it a bit. And also, sadly, once you open the treasure chest, you have to wait 1 week before you can open it again. Unless you reset the mission, but I don't think you really want to reset the mission just for the chest piece. Unless you have a million replay badges that you don't know what to do with, I wouldn't do that. Also, based on my own experience, you could play this mission 100 times and still not have the chest. So if I would have an advice, I would say don't do it. But at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your game, you do what you want with it. Often mentioned to people, DCUO is basically what you make out of it. So I guess we can continue. I could have sworn I'm forgetting something. And you don't want to follow back down there. It will sadly knock you out a bit. So here we'll reach the first boss. So let's look around a bit. It's been a while since I've been here, so I don't want to misremember where the treasure box are. Oh noes! So let's summon old friends and let's have a bit of fun. I would suggest try not to defeat the NPCs too quickly. It might glitch them, especially the bosses. So even though you're a high-level player, don't try to one-shot the bosses. It won't be a good thing. If you end up glitching the bosses because you try to do too much damage at once, it won't really help you. You're gonna have to start over again. So sometimes, especially at a higher level, you might decide to let your henchmen or your mother box do the job for you.
Now you know what we're up against. Brainiac is mining Kryptonian sunstones from the fortress. They contain almost endless power, a miracle mineral that can be programmed to destroy. He's focused most of his power above. Shut off his perimeter security terminals to keep it that way.
So we already collected the broadsword and the boots. I don't really need the plan, so let's go for the source mark. And it also gave us some prestige token. So let's clear out the mobs a bit. Ideally, you don't want to get interrupted while you click on the clicky thingy. Although in this case, even with the shield, sometimes you still get interrupted. It'll throw you around. Remember if sometimes we did use that way. There's a way also. There's something also that often people will do. Instead of going around that way, like you can see, we have to go through the cave here. Usually, a lot of people will just fly through here to skip a part of the mission. Since we're looking for the treasure chest, and I'm not sure if it might I'm not sure if it might be in that direction. So it's been a while since I've been here, so let's not take any chances. But we could speed up the process a bit by just flying over the area I just showed you. At the end of the day, it's not a big deal. It'll just take a couple of minutes to clear out this area here. But if somehow 2-3 minutes is very important to you, then you may just want to skip the whole thing. So let's look around a bit just in case. You could probably Google the location of the treasure boxes if you want to. If you want to make sure to know where they are. Although there's a random at first, if you saw, we went to the left tunnel when we started. There was also another tunnel to the right. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a random element and if somehow the treasure box could be in the tunnel to the right. So let's click on the little thing here. Oh yeah, I just realized we had to come here anyway to click on this, so no choice. But I've seen a lot of players in the past who would just skip over where I showed you. And I guess they would let other players come down here and click on the thingy. It's been a while since I farmed this mission. I have to admit, I kind of lost hope a bit. I've played this mission often enough that sometimes I even paranoid that maybe the box is somewhere here that I just didn't see it. So when I start turning paranoid a bit, I take a break from playing this mission. So once you reach this part, you have to click on the click key, and it will summon a whole bunch of enemies. And depending on your combat rating, you may struggle a bit when you reach this point. Although even at higher combat rating, sometimes the enemies will juggle you a bit. So let's summon our little friends. I'm not going to use my Orbital Strike just yet. I'm going to try to save it for a bit later. Let's try to remove at least 1 or 2 cannons. So we have to defeat those little, not sure how to call them, drones, sunstone drones. And we have to bring the crystals here. You don't have to carry it yourself. You can sort of do what I call a soft throw. Like you don't throw it with the triangle, you just let it go by pressing the square button. And it kind of does the trick. Because your character is pretty much slowed down when it has the crystal. So every little step you can save kind of helps. It's a bit the same when I play the Halloween seasonal with when you have to carry the crystals. I usually don't carry the crystals all the way. I just go as close as I can to the objective, and then I do a soft throw to throw the crystals where it's supposed to go. Not sure why I can't. There we go. Let's try one more. I guess we need another one. There we go. So let's go for the Orbital Strike now. Let's go for the Supercharge as well, because we can. So let's choose our loot. A pair of boots we don't really need. So let's go for the Source Mark again. So let's talk to Superman.
Good. That'll slow down Brainiac's harvesting plans. For now. The bad news is that the attacks from above are collapsing the tunnels ahead. We'll have to break our way through.
Oh no, so we have to break our way through.
Idiot machine! You have no idea what you're tampering with.
Congratulations, Lex. You finally found your way into my fortress. Unfortunately, Brainiac beat you to the Sunstones.
Someone had to step in, since our so-called Superman is incapable of defeating Brainiac, even in his own home.
It's refreshing of you to want to help, Lex. I'm sure even you know what will happen if Brainiac uses those Sunstone crystals against Earth.
You can't win!
Look
Oh
out.
no! So let's go help our friend Superman. Not sure why.
Get ready, here he comes.
There we go. So let's summon our Mother Box. In this case, it's a bit tricky. You want to defeat the Scorpion quickly enough, but again, not too quickly because you don't want to glitch it. But sadly, if you take too long, like you can see, sometimes there'll be that freaking mechanic that I hate. And also at some point, he will go underground. So you want to try to defeat him before he goes underground, but again, not too quickly because you don't want to glitch him. Too late. He went underground, so we didn't go. We weren't quick enough. So let's try to get rid of as many crystals as we can.
Don't waste my time!
That tail steel. Stay calm.
I like being the villain! I get to do things like this! Convinced now, Superman? Or still harboring paranoid fantasies that I'm here to destroy you?
You'll need to work to earn my trust, Luthor. For now, let's focus on Brainiac. We can make a stand at the main entry. Crypto's there on guard.
You left your dog to defend the fortress against Brainiac? Ooh, this ought to be good.
So let's choose a reward. At this point, I don't expect to get anything worth it. Flat screen Gotham feed. Oh yeah, let's go for it. Once upon a time, it used to be a pretty popular base item. So let us continue. Still, even at a higher CR, some of the NPCs can be a bit annoying sometimes. It happens. So there's when I talked about the investigations, I think this would be one of those. Although it's been ages since I went, since I did gather those investigations, so I could be mistaken or misremembering. Ah, no treasure box here.
Crypto! What have you done, Brainiac? Look out!
Oh, that's some of our friends.
Going to get rid of you once and for all. Now that your insane mutt's out of the way, we have another problem. The backwash from Brainiac's ship has fused the fortress door shut. We'll have to rig a teleporter to get through. Unless your dog can fly in with a magic key.
Maybe someday you'll learn to appreciate loyalty, human or animal, Lex. Brainiac used sunstone crystals to control Crypto. Every crystal he gains gives him more meta control. So if you've got a teleport rig handy for us, let's go. There's no time to waste. No point staying here for now. You'll need all your strength against Brainiac. We'll notify you when we're ready to attack.
And somehow we did not get the treasure box. Could be that there could be one more hiding place that I don't know about. I was hoping that it might be in this cave here. But I guess not. There is a fork when you start the mission. Basically, you have to go either left, which is what we did today, or you have to go right. I wouldn't be surprised if the box is right here, but we don't have access to it right now. So sadly, when this happens, no choice. Let's try again. So if somehow the chest is in there the first time you try, you have to try again. I don't know any other option than going out of the mission. You wait. Sometimes you have to wait a few minutes before you can come back in. So usually I'll go out, I'll play one mission, then I'll come back in. And in this case, we got lucky. The chest is here. So let's open it. And sadly, we got a choker of defense. So usually that's the problem that happens. I keep on getting stupid rings or neck pieces, but never the chest piece. So for Fortress of Solitude parkour, I can already hear some of you say, how, oh how can you do that mission solo? You need at least 2 players to be able to do it. Let me show you. So we should have a little repair bot here.
The Arctic sure is chilly this time of year.
Actually, way back when it wasn't robots just yet, it was actual NPCs. So for those of you who may not have come here often, it's a pretty cool looking map. And it's a pretty big one.
Get ready to face the worst. We've managed to get past the blockade outside, but we have no way of knowing how far Brainiac's control of the Sunstone crystals goes inside the fortress itself. Resistance may be heavy, so be on your guard. Take it slow.
Just think, Superman. If you hadn't jealously guarded these sunstones from humanity, they'd be weapons for humanity instead of against it. It's almost enough to make me question your motives.
So let's get started. While I was waiting for the first Fortress of Solitude to reset, I was able to upgrade my little Quizlet a bit. So now we should have our Eldritch God, and we should have our Quizlet that fights by our side. I haven't gotten full summon with Multiverse. I'll probably save that with some of my other characters. Probably my Dr. Fate character. So let's open the door.
Brainiac's using the Sunstones to override the fortress mechs. He's in full control of the fortress defenses. We have to keep moving if we're gonna shut him down.
He's already taken one of Krypton's weapons, Superman. We're going to need another to even the odds.
Supergirl. Attack.
Yes, Brainiac. I am your herald.
Oh no, we have to fight Supergirl. Again, it would be tempting to unleash everything and try to one-shot her, but you don't want to glitch the NPCs, so sometimes just take a bit more time to defeat them. It's usually the safer option. Unless you don't mind starting over if you end up glitching the character, you decide.
I can't believe Brainiac had me under his control. Thanks, everyone.
Not much choice. This is a fairly big map. There is to be various branches we could take.
It's Brainiac. He's using Sunstone crystals to harvest the very heart of the fortress. We have to break his connection before it's too late.
Then we have no choice, Superman. We must open the Phantom Zone.
No, usually I get the chest in that last room. I guess not today, so let us look around a bit.
Afraid they'll steal your thunder, Superman? We'll just have to take that chance.
Stop now, Lex. The Phantom Zone is a prison for Kryptonian criminals. Release them, and they'll be Earth's next threat.
You're too late. The process has begun.
It has begun.
Free! And this time, I see you've brought a bodyguard, Kal-El.
I'm sending you back to the Phantom Zone, Zod.
We can settle this rivalry some other time. There are more pressing issues at hand.
Brainiac assimilation of the fortress nears completion. Accessing Kryptonian files. File accessed. Jox Wood. How dare you stand his light, Krypton? Resistance futile. The power of the suns.
Well, let's go for the source mark. So in the room just in front of that big crystal thingy over there, if you go just a bit to the right here, you can see the little treasure chest here. So let us find out if we will get the chest piece or not. Holy crap. It only took me 9 years to be able to get this piece. So you can see the Kryptonian Flex suit. It's an item level 60. Doesn't really matter. All we really want is to have the style. So let us equip it. And at long last, we have that chest style. If we're gonna go, let's go all the way. There we go. Actually, let's go with the classic one. So at long last, we do have the chest piece. I'll try to show it properly once we finish the mission. And let us continue.
Alpha Stalker Group, join the attack.
Let's get rid of them for now.
See that sunstone? Carries the charge for this room. Place it in the resonator and it'll short out any sunstone defenses and open the door. Let's go.
So let's get rid of the robots. And let's grab the stone. Oh, actually, I should have summoned my summons first. Oh well, too late. We should be okay. Usually I would have summoned my Robins and my Mother Box. But I guess our Eldritch God and yeah, sorry for the noise. I live downtown and sometimes it can't be avoided. So I guess our Eldritch God and the Quizlet were enough to help us out. So now we have to protect the pillar. I think we can damage the pillar, so just be careful not to use abilities that might damage it.
You think to defy Zod? This should be entertaining.
Now let's get rid of him. Oh, somehow we can't. Oh, there we go. Sometimes when you leave NPCs, enemies behind you, it kind of keeps you in combat forever. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. Sometimes also it can happen that the chest is right here. Maybe I should show the map. So this is also one of the spots where I did see the chest piece. So let us continue.
Father, what are you doing in that sunstone construct? Has Brainiac...
Stop, invaders.
That was a weird
This
glitch.
outpost is the last bastion of Krypton. Kal-El, you are a traitor to your people and your culture. Choose the people of Earth over your own, you will die with them.
Oh noes! You'll die with us. Again, it's a pretty big map. Pretty cool statues of Jor-El and Lara. So I guess we're good to go. Again, don't try to one-shot the bosses. You don't really want them to glitch. Nah, not far enough.
Pathetic earthling. No, impossible. You'll have to do better. Great Scott. Maybe this will knock some sense into
Kal-El, Brainiac no longer controls me. I can open the way for you through the fortress's defenses. You must split your forces if you hope to succeed. You must not leave Zod free. He cannot be trusted.
I know, Father. And thank you.
Be well, my son.
Let's take a second to take a good look at the map. I wish we could have that for a lair. Oh well.
We'll need to split up. The gates through the fortress's power core can only be opened from the other path. Zod, you stay where I can see you.
My group head through the left passage. Everyone else can follow the Kryptonian.
So normally you would need to split in 2 teams to be able to play this mission. Today I'm going to show you how to do it if you don't have 2 teams. Although there's one time by accident I met this guy at the entrance. You could tell that he wanted to enter, but he didn't want to enter alone. And so I asked him if he wanted to come in. He said yes, and we played the mission together. I try not to go too quickly ahead of Lex. It's pointless, and it may cause some issues. So you just follow Lex around, and you defeat the NPCs as they appear. So let's click on the clicky click. So now we activated the door on Lex's side, so let's go on the other side. So we're going to go back to map, warp menu, and we will warp to the rally point. So now we can go to the right side. And we'll do the same with Superman. Again, there's no point in rushing ahead Because as they move forward, there'll be some enemies that will spawn, so you may as well stay with them to defeat those enemies. Otherwise, you're gonna have to backtrack anyway. So let's activate the door. Sometimes it takes a while.
Power Girl, attack.
Anyway, so once you reach this point, again, you use the warp menu. Sadly, we're gonna have to wait a bit. So let's go again. So let's go help our friend Lex here. So basically, you do one side, you warp. You do the other side, you warp. It's pretty much how it works. Not sure why I didn't see this before.
Affirmative. I serve Brainiac now, as you soon shall. Yes, Brainiac. Withdrawing for re-indoctrination.
Poor Lex. Let's go help Lex. We're gonna clear the corridor first. We're gonna have to wait to warp. We won't be able to warp just yet anyway. Like we still have not quite a minute before the next warp. So now we can warp. And let's go again. Luckily, somehow the NPCs like Lex and Superman can't be defeated in those corridors. So it gives us the time we need to be able to warp from one point to the other. Sadly, again, as you see, we're gonna have to warp again to activate that thingy over there, and we're still gonna have to wait. So again. So this time we'll go to the right. So let's activate a little thingy. As you saw, sometimes there's a bit of a delay.
Bizarro, attack.
So we're gonna have to go back again. So let us warp.
insolent fool.
Bizarro hate Brainiac. Me am hurt him and no, Master. Bizarro, no, impossible.
Oh no! Lex and Superman need my help.
I will not be defeated.
So let's click on the clicky first.
It's amusing that you believe you can stop me.
We're gonna have to wait for the timer anyway to expire.
The world
Oh,
doesn't
we can.
need you so-called heroes.
So we still have 30 some seconds, so let's clear out the tunnel while we wait. There's actually 2 tunnels we could clear. Basically this will be the last time we'll need to do that. So let's see if there's any other enemies here. I guess not.
Pathetic earthling.
So this is how you can get through with only one character. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but it's better than not being able to play the mission. And today was worth it. We were able to get the chess piece we've been waiting for so long. Sneaky Scorpion.
Impossible.
Submit to Brainiac.
I've got something you
What's going
won't
on here?
want.
I've got to get back out there and stop Brainiac's invasion.
I guess swords are popular today. So we can just continue. So now we're reaching the final boss. I'm not sure why you have to remain grounded. I'm sure there's a reason. It's been so long, I forget why. I do it by pretty much by habit by now.
Kal-El, Lex Luthor, Exobyte Data Slaves, and General Zod. I am impressed by your ability to survive thus far. My assimilation of this metahuman nexus is at hand. For these sunstone crystals create a matrix that no metapower can escape.
So again, try not to glitch.
Energy of dead Krypton ensures your own destruction.
Try not to glitch the avatar too quickly.
Avatar of metahuman power.
There are various steps you have to go through anyway.
You will tremble.
That should do it.
You merely delayed. You have delayed me long enough.
Oh, didn't realize who was coming here. So let's go to the other ones.
Once I have assimilated the Sunstone forms, your death.
You will tremble.
I must have more energy. Kryptonian energy will bolster my own. You will fall to Brainiac.
So this should be the last one.
It's amusing that you believe you can stop me.
No, my Sunstone integration is not yet complete.
I guess it won't be the last time.
Within these walls, nothing is beyond my grasp.
Now let's talk to Superman.
I thank you, Luthor, Kal-El, for freeing me from the Phantom Zone so I may reclaim Krypton's heritage. The Sunstone crystals should belong to a true Kryptonian, not the son of a traitor. With the power of these crystals, I will be unstoppable. Your meaningless resistance cannot prevent me from turning your pathetic Earth into a new Krypton.
So this is the thanks I get for freeing you? You won't get rid of Lex Luthor so easily.
Zod! We've defeated you before, and we will again.
Ha! The Blue Boy Scout falls once again. A shame.
I'm sending you back to the Phantom Zone, Zod.
Ah, Zod betrayed us. He's so mean. So let's choose our loot. So let us go back to our lair. And let's take a look at the suit properly. So it only took me 9 years to be able to get this chest piece. After all this time, let's take a good look at it. So what makes this chest piece so special? It's one of the very few chest pieces that doesn't cover the hands of your character. I should say one of the few slimline chest pieces that doesn't do that. There's also almost a built-in Superman emblem built into it. Not exactly, but close enough. So if you ever wanted to create a Superman character or any character where the hands were not covered by the chest piece, this was one of the very few options that was actually a good option. Another option will be the scuba chest piece, but you don't quite get the same muscle definition from the scuba chest piece. Also, the scuba chest piece is only available during the summer seasonal. So if you ever wanted to create a Superman character, this is the chest piece you need. If you have any questions, feel free to ask so in the comment section down below, and I'll see what I can do about answering your questions. I have roughly 2,000 videos about this universe online at this point, so if I don't answer your question right away, just search in my videos. Odds are I already made a video that answers your question. Or click one of the videos that you see on your screen right now. Bye-bye.